get started, I just wanted to go over a few very important reminders. First off, exercise is never a punishment for what you have eaten. You do not have to work off calories, even indulgent calories. What I mean by this is you don't have to earn your holiday dinner. You don't have to earn treats on your vacation. You deserve them and you should enjoy them. Also, it is not realistic to expect your body to look like it did 30, 20, or even 10 years ago. It's completely normal for our weight to fluctuate over our lifetime. Your beautiful body is unique to you. Celebrate all the things you love about your body and work on accepting those things that might not be your favorite. I like to focus on what my body can do or what I get to do with my healthy body. And the best movement for you, so the best exercise, the best workout is the one you love to do, that you enjoy doing, and you will be able to do consistently. So here are some of the big takeaways. Be consistent. All you need is 15 to 20 minutes done consistently, let's say 4 to 5 times a week, and you will absolutely 100% see results. Longer, less intense cardio is enjoyable and it is health promoting. So go ahead, take those walks, go swimming, go hiking, just do what you love. Resting is critical. It's important to make time for relaxation and stretching. Every workout does not have to be the toughest, hardest workout. Do what you enjoy. All movement is beneficial and put it in your schedule. Consider it a very important appointment and don't cancel on you. So, being a Pilates instructor and a fitness trainer, in addition to a functional nutritionist, I wanted to talk a bit about what has worked for me and what I have seen work best for many of my fitness clients. First of all, it's always important to make sure you warm up before any workout. So definitely don't skip that. Strength training. We hear so much about you must lift weights, lift weights, lift weights, especially as we're going into this stage of our life, right? As our estrogen's declining, our muscle mass is declining. That is true. So it's 100% true. You do need to add some weight bearing exercise. So you can do that by lifting weights, but you can also spend time at the Pilates Reformer. That is a form of strength training. And what I like to call strength yoga as opposed to stretch yoga can also be very good. But this yoga does need to be a little more intense with significant weight bearing exercises in the poses. So that might not be for everyone. But if you can do something like this 2 to 3 times weekly, that is ideal. But again, any little bit helps. If all you have time is to lift weights to a YouTube video 2 times a week for 10 minutes, perfect. Go ahead and do that. Let's talk cardio. So we have HIIT, which is our high intensity interval training, where you're getting your heart rate, you're working to your peak max heart rate, and then you're resting, and then you're doing another interval at that highest heart rate, versus less intense movement, like walking, hiking, and swimming. So there's a lot of information out there. Some says that uh, perimenopausal women should definitely, they must include HIIT, and others says that no, HIIT is too much, it raises cortisol. Well, it can raise cortisol if you're doing extremely intense workouts many times a week, but for most people that is not going to be a problem. So I definitely encourage you to try a HIIT workout. And again, you can start really small, just 10 to 15 minutes a couple times a week. In the resources at the end of this lesson, you will see some specific HIIT workouts in there, so you can take a look out for that. But you also don't want to discount less intense moving. So just getting moving is important. I have seen people make huge strides in their wellness, their health, losing the belly fat from just adding in daily walking every single day, or hiking, or swimming. So these things absolutely work. You're working in a lower heart rate zone. and you're just getting yourself moving. So I would say try both, but again, whatever you can do consistently. So I wanted to mention plyometrics. Plyometrics is really important because just 5 minutes a day improves your bone health and your mood. So, specifically, when we're jumping up and down, that helps our bones become strong. And as bone strength declines in perimenopause and then in menopause, this is a really great way to be able to keep your bones healthy. I offer some more resources on plyometrics also at the end of this lesson. Flexibility and balance. So this declines with age, especially, well, actually both, I would say. So daily stretching is really, really important, and doing core work, um, even if it's just a little bit, can be helpful. So you can kind of sneak core work in. You don't have to sit and do crunches. I love to do standing core work, and you can find so many core work videos in my library, and that again is attached in the resources. But you'll find yoga, Tai Chi, Pilates, dance, and functional training classes will all incorporate core work in it. So you'll be getting that done. And that last bullet, again, to note that there are a lot of resources that I put at the end of this for you. So I encourage you to take your time and go through them. Let me know if you have any questions on anything. I give you a sample weekly workout schedule, not to make you feel like, oh, I need to stick to this to a T, just an idea. And like I said, resources on the HIIT workouts, use my library, go walking with a friend, just put it in your calendar, schedule it in, and just get moving. Fueling your workouts is definitely an important consideration. So, hydration is really critical, and you should be hydrating a few hours before your workouts. So, not necessarily during the workout. So, you don't want to have to be guzzling water during workouts or after workouts. So, try to pre hydrate, especially if you're doing more intensive or longer workouts or working out in the hot sun or hot weather. For low intensity exercise, walking, golf, stretching, it is not imperative that you eat beforehand. However, if you are doing higher intensity exercise, it is critical that you eat a balanced snack beforehand. Think a complex carb, a bit of protein, and a little bit of fat. So, really important. I can't stress this enough. Do not do these high intensity exercise workouts on an empty stomach or just fueled with caffeine. That's a great way to raise your cortisol, which by now we know we really don't want to be doing. After a high intensity or strength building workout, it is important to try to eat some protein, ideally within 90 minutes. But again, keeping to your protein goals that we talked about in the macro segment is going to probably get this done for you. And recognize that when you work out, you do need to fuel your body. You should not be fasting, and you want to make sure that you are hitting those daily protein goals. All right, so here is your assignment for this lesson. So you're going to basically pick just one of these questions and answer it. So, first one, if exercise is something you find difficult to stick with but would like to be more consistent. So if you're falling into this category, what are some roadblocks to making it stick? And how would you be able to carve out dedicated time for movement in your weekly routine and make sure it was non-negotiable? Alternatively, if you've always been an exerciser, are you happy with your current routine or are you stuck in a rut? Do you feel guilty or obligated to work out daily or feel you must exercise for a certain amount of time each day? Why do you think this is? And what would happen if you took time to rest and slow down? And really think about that. Is there some fear that you have about taking time to rest and slow down?